Why did God create snakes before he created lawyers? He needed the practice. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zereth Prevails. Today we're going to talk about some of the counters that you need for this 5v5 season. There's some interesting comps out there, some old comps that are less interesting, but still ridiculous to try to get through, and so we need to get through them. Huge shout out to my patrons, by the way. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate every single one of you. I couldn't do this without you guys. And if you want to support this channel for free, folks, all you gotta do is hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, comment. Let's mount the algorithm, shall we? It seems like the thing to do. And now let's learn how to counter things, shall we? All right. You can find all these in the thumbnail or the video description. All of the things are linked. Okay, so first we have the stupid Supreme Leader Kylo team with Pointy Teeth Rey. And there's two, like, pretty much just two ways to kill this team for the most part. I mean, you could do the mirror, but it's weird and inconsistent and doesn't work that well. So let's just go through this. I know we went through this last season as well, but we're using Kenobi, and you'll note that we don't have the other Kenobi, the General Kenobi here, just because he could take the place of Mace. Mace actually gives you a better shot at winning, though, just because he can pass his turn to people, or pass turn meter to people, or rather, he can swap turn meter, which isn't blocked by having advantage on Hux, the way a lot of turn meter shenanigans go, or for that matter, it isn't blocked by Kenobi, which is also a way to do it. So of course we need to find a way to kill Rey. So we're just going to target Hux first, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Like, we're just kind of playing to eventually get Cat to annihilate Pointy Teeth Rey. You guys have done that. If you did this you've played last season, then you know how this works. But, I mean, just giving an affirmation that it does work. Call to Mass Assist with Padme here, of course. And one thing I do want to point out is Jedi Master Kenobi did not use his first move to give damage immunity to Cat. Now, see, Mace is the last guy to go. He can't target Pointy Teeth Rey here, even though she has the debuff for him. And now she's in stealth, so we need to pass the turn to Kenobi, and even though he almost had his full ultimate, he still has to go. She swapped turn meter with him, so now she can just take him out. Now, one thing I should point out here, folks, people are going to ask which Datacron are we using. I used the Datacron. You don't have to, as long as you have something that has high defense and the thick Cron, like the level 3 with 15% health and protection for everyone. It's just less consistent without the Datacron, and I just don't see why. Like, there's only a couple teams that beat this, so I don't know why you would risk potentially losing just because you don't want to use the Datacron. I mean, I get it. I think that you need to be looking at it in terms of just in terms of consistently beating a team that is a menace. I hate that this team exists, honestly, guys. This is our second season dealing with it, and it's basically solved to the point where we just know that you're gonna lose against it if you don't have a couple of the basic teams available. Like, my alt just has one option to take out Supreme Leader Kylo, and then I lose. So pretty frustrating. But all right, we got through it. 72. Okay, so now this is what my alt does, and actually this is from the previous season. because I failed this on my alt this time. My first match I failed this. It's not 100%. It's somewhere in the 70s, I believe. So the first thing you want to do, you have to get rid of Pointy Teeth Ray's lightning if you're gonna have to increase your chances. You don't have to do this, but it does increase your win percentage significantly. So you have Han go first, because then the Pointy Teeth Ray is then going to immediately switch. She's going to immediately take a turn, rather, and then she'll use lightning and kill Han, which is tragic, and it kills your CLS team. But okay, so he's dead now. She got rid of her lightning, and now we use Bane with Malak. And the thing that happened to me on my main account when I did this, or on my alt account, is they just killed Bane first. They just, you know, he just died first. He couldn't do it. They got too many turns. They killed him, and that was that. It's horrific. But the idea here, of course, you have to have Malak take a turn and Bane take a turn before you can target. Then you can ignore taunt and stuff. Not that there was a taunt there anyways in this case, but you can ignore it if someone is taunting. And then Bane does manage to kill her, and that's it. I mean, sometimes you can still lose this. You can see my Bane was pretty close to dead. He's Relic 8, pretty well modded. Good Datacron. So, all right, cool. Got through it. Neat. Let's move through it, though. Okay, so this is something I was doing in the end of last season in GAC. Now, of course, you can still against Ahsoka teams with Ezra, depending on what their Datacron is, you can still use Great Mothers here. But a lot of people are going to move to having Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano with the plus 25% turn meter Cron, which, if they have that, Great Mothers don't work. They're not fast enough. They can't take enough turns that they'll just die. They get pummeled to death, and it's tragic. So instead, we're going to move to using a Zorii with Finn team, and there's a lot of moving parts here, and I'll eventually make a video of it once I'm better at it than I currently want to be. This doesn't actually, they don't have the turn meter Cron, but that doesn't really matter because we have the turn meter Cron. That's what makes this possible. You'd have to have your team fairly fast. So I'm going to just explain the principles of this, because at this point people should know how to beat Ahsoka teams with Ezra for the most part, using like Leia if you need to, or you know, the Great Mothers or whatever. But this team is still it's still fairly new. So Ahsoka takes a turn, and the idea is when to kill Hera first. You want her to die because she's a threat, and then you want to try to, the next person to die is going to be Galactic Legend Ahsoka. So but you have to be careful, because you're going to passively lose. You're going to passively take damage from Ahsoka, and so you never want her to hit you back if you can manage that. So Finn is going to go. He's actually going to miss because she has foresight. He's gonna hand the turn to Poe here, because Poe is then going to be able to dispel. See, she still did hit him. So Poe is going to use is going to dispel and hand the inspiration to Zorii, and so we can dispel and put buff immunity on her. So then Finn is in stealth, so we don't have to worry too much about them hitting back. Then Rose is just going to do her bat signal the whole time. She'll just do her little bat signal thing. She doesn't want to hit. She's typically not going to be stealthed like all the time. So, and then when you get the mass assist on Zorii, you're going to target Galactic Legend Ahsoka, and then whenever Finn gets a turn, he's going to pass the turn to Zorii, and so kill Hera first, so she's gone. That's awesome. And you can see all of our guys have taken some damage. Like, we can't afford to let them take turns, so we can try to stun people, do all that stuff. Whenever he's passing the turn to Zorii, you can target Ezra, and look at how much damage he did to Ezra right there. Part of that's probably because I'm using a Rose Cron. We don't need the resistance Cron really, but it's kind of fun to use. You gotta be careful though. You don't want to kill Ezra too early, because you don't want to. You want to be. You don't want anyone to be hitting Ahsoka except for the Zorii mass assist that you're doing. because she's going to hit back, and you can see all of our health and protection levels are they're not good. Like one assist or one counter from her is just going to kill you. So you got to be careful. And so we're just kind of distributing the damage until Ahsoka's gone. And luckily we're doing a lot of good damage to Ahsoka here. So and anyways, it's kind of a cool counter. You do drop quite a few banners by doing it, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So there it is, 57 banners. But we used a team that's pretty cheap to counter the latest Galactic Legend. All right, so we have 3 ways to kill Lord Vader here, guys. The first way is, well, we're only going to use 2 different teams, though. I just want to show you 2 different kind of approaches. This way, my Bo-Katan team is modded to be like pretty good against Lord Vader, and I'm using a Datacron with like 300% defense. I don't think you need quite that much, of course, but a lot of defense, and then the thick level 3 that from the Cron set that's going to be expiring kind of soon. And the idea is you want IG to go first to dispel all their buffs, and then you need Bando to go next so he can go into poop stance. And then Bo-Katan is going to mass assist into the pretend Jedi guy. And then Whistling Birds are going to try to kill CX2 is the idea. That's the ideal way to do things. So I do have my team modded for this. So it's you know, we're hoping we can make that work. Okay, so go into poop stance. There you go. Now Bo-Katan is going to target disguised clone trooper, mass assist. Now he has a ton of defense on his Lord Vader team as well. So I didn't quite manage to take him all the way out. Unfortunate. I was debating whether I should just try to finish him off with Whistling Birds or not, and I got lucky that he died from, like, I got enough overkill with Bando to be able to take down CX2 anyways. And then it was like perfect timing because Lord Vader then popped his ult right after that, but he didn't get the boost from those other 2 being alive, which is nice. And now we're trying to keep everyone alive, of course. The one thing so we're just using like pretty strong defense Cron on this team. Like that was possible last season. I did it my last couple matches. It totally works. It's a lot tougher to do if you don't have the right modding, or if you don't have the right like strategy for it, or turn order, like all kinds of things. Like you need fairly specific things. But anyways, you know, one way you can get around that, and I'll show you guys in a minute, is you can use the ROLO Cron, which that's the next thing I'm going to show you, though. It is going to be like kind of fast forwarded, so I just kind of want to prepare you guys for that. Can we just kill Lord Vader's just about to take a turn, so I decided to, or he's about to take a turn and pop his ult, which we really don't want, of course. It'd be nice to just not let him do that. I think we'd still win, but that would be counterproductive to the extreme. All right, let's just take out Apo. Cool, we even killed Apo's buddy, his summon friend, and that's it. We got max banners. Great. So my alt is going to do the exact same thing, but I'm not modded to optimize. I'm not modded optimally for this. I got kind of lucky because Bando isn't faster than Bo-Katan normally, but he did get to go first because they did enough damage to my Relic 3 Bo-Katan to let him go steal a turn before Bo-Katan. I think this still works. I think this is just kind of an automatic win if you want to try this counter. If you want to use the ROLO Cron. So there is that. Okay, so now we have ROLO here. Sorry, ROLO. We have that was the ROLO Cron, and I think it just works pretty consistently. Now we have, this is Leia from last 5v5 season. I just want to show you guys one more because this is like kind of the standard thing that a lot of people are doing these days. A lot of people don't want to invest in Bo-Katan. They think I'm silly for thinking she's good, and I think they're silly for thinking I'm silly. But but it's an endless loop that we just can't really get around. Okay, everyone's got Order 66 debuff, or a lot of people do. So R2 putting stealth on someone isn't going to help because Order 66 prevents you from gaining more buffs. So putting stealth on everyone isn't going to work because only a couple people are going to have those buffs. And I think the one lost condition is if they focus down AdRad too early, like you can lose. I've seen people do it. And so don't be too surprised if that happens, I guess. I've never had it happen to me, and I've done this counter a ton of times at this point, but I'm not, you know, I guess it can happen. It can happen. So let's just move on. Good talk. All right. I mean, you guys should know how to do this by now. This is pretty standard. We see a lot of Lord Vader these days. If you have Leia, it works. I just think Leia, we might need to use her for other things these days. Maybe we'll just put her on defense just to mess with people. I don't know. So there we go. All right. So here is Rey. No Ezra on this team, but it's pretty standard. Like to use the Queen Amidala team. And I think we already did the AoE with Queen Amidala. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we don't. I made a mistake last season because I wasn't like used to this counter that much. We're using the Krennic Cron, by the way, just so we're clear. And so I like the mass assist with her, of course. That's really nice. But if you have her Omicron, then she already has her summon there, and the mass assist is also her summon. And so you want to just use the AoE because that also gets rid, or it gives a bunch of debuffs, including healing immunity, which is really nice to have here. Because Barriss is trying to heal everyone as you know, passively, and so having that passive buff going away is nice. Okay, so Matt, that she did whirlwind away our decoy, so we summon a new one. It's just like in episode 2, right, where she's like, "I failed you, Senator," and Queen Amidala's like, No, you didn't. I have a ton of you. Like, I have a ton of decoys. You're just one of many. Like, we don't value. We value what you did, it to the extent of like, good, it's working, like the system's working, but we don't care about you. Like, you didn't fail, the system is working. So congratulations for playing a small part in my in the totality of our circumstances. So anyways, you of course don't want to kill Barriss. You got to be real careful. So don't do the AoE from Kenobi. Don't do the dispel move with Qui-Gon, because that gives him the ability to hit back, and you don't want Barriss to just randomly hit Qui-Gon and have him just take her out and have her revive the whole team. So Qui-Gon, or Queen Amidala, is probably she's just such an easy counter here. All right. So we have the Inquisition team with Ninth Sister. Pretty nice. I tried to use Phoenix and I got a really weird RNG thing and it didn't work. So I wanted to record that for you guys, and I did, but it failed, and it was really tragic. It was just like they resisted with like their 15% resist from Rex didn't go as planned. So maybe I need to put more tenacity on, or more potency on the team or something. But one way or another, I did have Bane available with Malak, so and Malak is his best bud for most of this kind of thing. I mean, Malak is just, look at it, he just feared the whole team. Just kill Grand Inquisitor, and I mean, this is fairly, I mean, it's not too hard. It's not too tough. I mean, maybe you lose sometimes. I don't know. I'm guessing there's some RNG involved here, but I mean, this is a pretty no-brainer counter, in my opinion, and we don't really need Bane for anything else right now, except for if you don't have what's it called? Oh, I should have used my basic there, by the way, to kill Ninth Sister, because then she couldn't revive. Again, I should have used my basic there. I thought she had already revived, actually. Foolish of me, but I did think that. Anyways, okay, Malak is dead, finally. In some ways, Malak isn't the best bud. Like, you kind of want to just Yeah, I just use a basic to kill Grievous so I don't have to keep re-killing her. Malak not dying for a long time can be kind of an issue. All right, Mace. Mace is becoming more and more of a known quantity. Everyone starts here with buff immunity or damage immunity, but we're just gonna use Traya because Mace isn't good against Sith. We know that from the movies. It's kind of pathetic in a lot of ways. It's like, dude, I don't know why his entire kit is based around investigation, because he wasn't good at it in life. He's like, I'm investigating the Sith, and he ended up dying trying that. It wasn't successful. He's like, I'm puzzled for years, for decades. He was like, I don't know who could be the Sith, and then he finally figured it out and died. He was like, I've never been good at investigation. So, of course, CG made his entire kit about investigation. Anyways, you gotta kill Jocasta kind of early, because she does a lot of damage. You can see that Traya just did a huge amount of damage to her and just casually took her out. And then you want to kill Mace. Mace is the other guy who does a lot of damage against the Traya team, because he's got the Shatterpoint debuff that could really mess with you. So there we go. There it is. And then just getting Traya to eventually, I think I messed up here actually, because you want to kill everyone else besides Jedi Temple Guard. So you put the what's it called on him, the and I guess I did that earlier when I was talking about how awesome Mace is in the movies, and his investigation skills. But I put the debuff on him initially so that he couldn't taunt, and then I took it off of him. Maybe that was in a different battle. Maybe that was a battle I fought with my alt or something. I think I'm going crazy, guys. I think I'm insane right now. But one way or another, gotta kill Mace, kill Jocasta, and then everything else is good. Okay, so this is a weird team. This was on my alt, and they put Jocasta. They even had Mace. It was so weird. They had a Mace team without Jocasta. I strongly advise against that, but in this instance, they have Queen Amidala with Jocasta, which kind of works. Not really, though. So I had Great Mothers available. And this is a really... I mean, I haven't really done this counter that much because I've used Great Mothers to kill more important stuff. And Queen Amidala wasn't on defense for a long time anyways because Saw was just auto-deleting her. But what you can do here is you put the curse onto Queen Amidala because, remember, she's a light side lead. So the Great Mothers can ignore taunt if you're facing a light side leader. And then instead of putting the blessing on Spirit, you don't want to do that because the blessing character and Great Mothers can ignore the taunt, but they're the only ones who can do it. You need the mass assist from Morgan to do that. So you give the blessing to Morgan here, and you pray that Morgan gets enough turns. Now, the one thing I do want to point out, guys, they have the ROLO Cron here. They do have the... So every time someone does anything, everyone assists. Okay? So you can see everyone assisted twice here because she called a mass assist. So, okay, took her out. Great. And now... I mean, once she's gone, then, I mean, the rest of the fight is nothing too crazy. Now, I did this. You may be scoffing because my opponent had such a dumb team. I will say this though, my opponent had 13.2 million GP. He had more than 2 million more than my alt account. So he had crazy high relics, like relic. He had a lot of relics compared to me. So it's kind of, every time a counter works and it looks easy like this, you know that it at least has the potential to be pretty solid. So anyways, pretty cool stuff if you ask me. I mean, it'd be nice to kill Jocasta here. I mean, Jocasta is, she's not good here, guys. Don't do it. Especially if you have Mace, just keep Jocasta with Mace. I don't get it. I mean, the guy still beat me, so it's not like I have any room to talk. But he beat me because I couldn't beat his stupid Supreme Leader Kylo because I didn't have Kenobi. Okay, so this is one that a lot of people ask me questions about. So I wanna explain it a little bit more in more detail because people are like, wait, how did you do that? That was crazy. Like that. What did I just watch? I had like 4 people asking me this, and apparently I didn't explain it well because this is a combination that has been around for a while, but people forget about it. So here's the way it works. When you use Cal Kestis, the Jedi Cal Kestis, he if you use his I always forget the ability names, but he uses his special that passes turn meter to people and calls an assist that gives him riposte. And what riposte does is whenever he attacks out of turn, then the damage that he does ignores protection. And so the other thing that you want to keep in mind is first off, Jedi Master Luke, everyone can call someone to assist, right? And Bad Batch are very commonly overly protection modded. Like everyone you want a ton of protection. They're very protection heavy. And so what you can do here, this is on my alt, so I don't have any, like my Jedi Master Luke isn't anything special. He has 4 Zetas. He has like pretty bad modding. I don't even think he has all 6E modding. So he's it's nothing special, but watch what you can do with this. So pass the turn to Luke. Luke can, this isn't the Hodacron or anything. So I mean, maybe it is the Hodacron, but I don't think we need to. I don't remember if we used that or not. So watch. So he has riposte now, and we one-shot Wrecker, and now it's just fish in a barrel now. We're gonna call his assist again. Kill Omega. Kill Batcher. Kill Crosshair. And now, of course, we're out of teams here. So I don't think we're using the Hodacron. Otherwise, Luke would have taken more turns. And they died. They kind of die in batches. It's kind of fun. Okay, so we got one. I think we got one last one. Yeah. Okay, so this one's more for fun, honestly, guys. We have the Nebit Cron, and if you remember from last season, I had this really weird F-it moment where I just spent money to get enough materials and stuff to use to get the Nebit Cron because I happen to have Relic Jawas because I have the Lightspeed bundle for them. But that meant that I need to use this every time I possibly can. And so my opponent placed this is with the Zorii Cron, which makes the droids hit a lot harder. And my Jawas aren't anything special. Queel and IG are like Relic 5 each or something. Jawas are like Relic 3. And so I was like, okay, this is the best target for my alt to use it. You can see the Zorii Cron just gave them a bunch of buffs that are locked, which is a little bit scary, to be honest. But remember, with Jawas, you're passively applying a ton of thermals, and so I'm just waiting for Grievous to get enough thermals so that I can throw my own thermal and just explode all of them at once on Grievous, because he's the most dangerous guy. So the whole chat was like, dude, you gotta just throw the thing right now, and we're just waiting here. I was checking to see if Queel had a dispel on his special. He doesn't. It's a stun, but that's not going to work against someone with tenacity up. So, anyways, yeah, you can see B1 has a million thermals right now because that's he's assisting every single time. Grievous still only has 5 though, so we don't want to use the thing to explode him yet. Okay, now we can, and we're actually doing okay here. Obviously, IG is not doing the very best, but we might be able to revive him anyways. With Queel, I don't know if he has the buff or not because my face is in front of him. It's blocking him. Throw the thermal because Grievous finally had like 15 or something. Take him out, and now you can see it's 13 thermals on Droidica. Droidica died, and then of course Magna Guard's just really not going to hold up. So it's fun to use this team. It's not a very serious. It's more like a meme team, honestly, but it's a lot of fun to use a team like this. And I think we get max banners actually. Yeah, look at that. So that's it, folks. Obviously, there are other teams that I didn't face, so I couldn't show you guys all the counters, but you guys know them. This season isn't too crazy, honestly. So hope this was helpful. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails. Take care, folks.